Now, from Indiana's most watched news station.
Shots fired! Downtown! One more shot fired!
Two mass shootings only hours apart from one another.
It can happen anywhere at any time. And for the people that sit at home and think, just like me, oh, that could never happen here, it can, and it will.
From Texas to Ohio and right here in central Indiana, the public outcry for what needs to happen next.
Shocked, but not shocked. I think something definitely needs to be done in the United States.
The latest details on both tragic shootings and how Hoosiers are responding. Right now on Fox 59 News at 10.
I just question, when is enough enough?
El Paso, Texas, Dayton, Ohio. 13 hours of senseless tragedy. 29 people were killed and dozens more hurt when two separate mass shootings this weekend. People across the country are mourning the loss of loved ones tonight. These attacks were just hours apart from each other. The latest just 2 hours from here across the Ohio border in Dayton's historic Oregon district. It's a place where many young people just go to hang out and have a good time. Maya Balai is there now with the details that are still developing at this hour.
It took less than a minute for a shooter to kill 9 people and injure dozens more. Tonight, the community coming together after tragedy.
An event occurred in our historic Oregon district. A suspect opened fire along the Oregon district who was wearing body armor and used a .223 caliber high-capacity magazine.
What should have been a fun night in Dayton, Ohio, is now forever marked by tragedy.
These tragedies, and you pray to God they never occur. Amazing courage and their response undoubtedly saved many, many, many lives.
Police say 9 people are dead, 27 injured by the shooter identified as 24-year-old Connor Betts. Police say his own little sister, 22-year-old Megan Betts, is among the dead.
Started calling our friends, started calling family. We got really worried. Our friends usually hang out here, and we were here last weekend.
The shooter was killed by police in less than 60 seconds, but not before changing so many lives.
I'd never want to feel that again. I never want to be in a situation where I'm waiting for my friends to text me back that they're alive.
It was just a feeling.
As people continue to question why.
Found out I just missed this. I don't even know what to call it, horrible tragedy.
Step in, get involved with your children. That's how you fix it. You can take all the guns away. They're going to come down here and beat each other with rocks.
The community gathered for a vigil and some sense of comfort, stolen in a matter of seconds.
We love our Dayton policemen, so I brought them down for them.
Just so sad that everybody went out just like we did for a drink and then they didn't get to come home.
The mayor here says the community is still recovering from that recent tornado and now this. She says only one of these events had to happen. In Dayton, Ohio, Maya Balai, Fox 59 News.
Meanwhile, we are getting new developments from that deadly mass shooting in El Paso, Texas. Police released this picture of the 21-year-old suspect. His name is Patrick Cruces. Tonight, prosecutors say they will be pursuing the death penalty. Cruces is accused of opening fire in an El Paso Walmart. 20 people were killed in that attack and 26 more were hurt. Investigators say the suspect drove 8 hours from Allen, Texas, near Dallas to carry out that attack. They believe it could be a hate crime.
He is eligible for the death penalty. We will seek the death penalty. The loss of life is so great. We certainly have never seen this in our community. And certainly this community is rocked and shocked and saddened by what has happened here yesterday.
Authorities are investigating a manifesto allegedly posted by the suspect before that shooting. They say it is filled with racist and anti-immigration beliefs. The Justice Department is treating this case as domestic terrorism. And lawmakers in Texas are sending a huge thank you out to the community today. Within hours of the tragic news, hundreds were lined up at blood centers to donate to the shooting victims. Workers there say there was a steady line of donations there today as well. News tonight, both of these incidents are sparking conversations about the next steps in public safety and in gun control. The mass shootings in Dayton happened in an area very similar to that of Broad Ripple. Hoosiers say it hits close to home. Our Darius Johnson spoke to people about being prepared if and when tragedy should happen. He joins us now live in the studio. Darius.
Lindsay, it's sad to know that some are beginning to arm themselves because of these shootings. Then there are others who say they become numb every time they see the words mass shooting appear on a TV screen. In a span of 13 hours, 29 people shot and killed in El Paso, Texas, and Dayton, Ohio. With Dayton being less than 150 miles from Indianapolis, many question, could it happen here?
Something that could easily happen here. It's something that you should be prepared for.
Brandon Manawat says he recently purchased a handgun and applied for a license to carry. Part reaction after 251 mass shootings in 2019 have killed more than 100. Those numbers according to the Gun Violence Archive, who define mass shootings as any shooting where 4 or more were shot and killed. Now there are those like Brandon, but also others who are numb.
Shocked but not shocked. I think something definitely needs to be done in the United States as far as assault rifles. I think the accessibility to guns is too easy.
Which is why many are asking lawmakers for gun control. Others don't believe it will help.
I think any dangers that exist already exist.
In 2014, 7 people were shot on Broad Ripple Avenue. Stephanie Pacheco remembers it well.
It's not the same Broad Ripple it used to be, unfortunately, but I do think they're taking the efforts to make sure that everyone's safe.
Broad Ripple is an area very similar to Oregon District in terms of size and offerings of entertainment to the community, something that's on the mind of city leaders.
The active shooter, this scenario where one person with a gun shows up and starts firing at multiple people, that can happen anytime, anywhere.
In the meantime, some are taking it upon themselves to stay protected, while others remain prepared if the worst is to come.
You can't live in fear, but I also feel like you just have to be aware of your surroundings.
And one of the people I spoke with is a school counselor. She said she never thought she'd be learning how to apply tourniquets to students and going through active shooter drills. But that's the reality of the world we live in. In the studio, Darius Johnson, Fox 59 News.
Such a shame. Thanks a lot, Darius. President Trump calling for flags across the nation to be flown at half-staff in honor of the victims in both El Paso and in Dayton. Governor Eric Holcomb supporting the decision, asking all Indiana businesses and residents to lower their flags today. Right now, you are looking at the flag right outside of our station.